Welcome. I'm doing a video live from Korea today, and it's about how we listen and how we listen for information versus transformation. And it's very apparent because I'm in a foreign country that when I'm listening to people, I don't have a frame of reference, or if the frame of reference I do have is English, it doesn't really work when people are speaking in a foreign language. So I have to pay much closer attention to what I perceive their emotions to be, to their body language, to anything else that I can gain from their communication style. And this has an advantage because often when we're listening in our own native language, we're listening to either agree or disagree with what the person is saying, and we're not actually listening to what they're saying. So we'll be mentally either checking in, yep, agree, and as soon as there's a point that we don't agree on, we'll then go into our head and we'll start debating the wrongs and rights of their point, and we kind of tune out to what they're saying, which isn't very good for any kind of real communication, and even less so for any kind of transformation, because you're listening from your frame of reference. You're listening from the frame of reference of what you already know, as opposed to what you could know and what you don't yet know. So you may have experienced this when you're trying to explain a concept to somebody or something new that perhaps they haven't experienced, and they literally cannot understand you, because, or they say, yeah, I get what you're saying, but you know they don't actually understand you because they're trying to make sense of it within a frame of what they already know, as opposed to something new, something fresh. And we all do this to an extent, and this isn't a criticism, it's just an observation and an invitation to try and, next time you hear somebody, next time you listen, rather than going into your head and mentally checking in, does it fit with your map of reality, and then if they say something you don't agree with, then tuning out and listening to whatever your internal dialogue is, to instead stay present to them and just listen as if you were listening to classical music or your favorite music. Just listen with an open mind. Doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything that they say or discount your own values. It just means you're giving yourself the best opportunity to learn something new, to hear something fresh, and to connect with that other person. And if they're, in a, well, not just an educational context, but any kind of context, you're giving yourself the opportunity to transform to a new way of seeing the world. And this is really something that I think, we all could benefit from, because we live in an age where there's almost unlimited information, so in theory all of us should be much more educated, enlightened, etc. And it's not that the information is not out there, but it's the way we're listening to this information that is perhaps getting in our way, in our own way of being able to use it for transformational purposes, to have a new perspective on life, to have a new understanding of things that could benefit you and help you lead a happier life. So I hope this has been useful for you guys. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and comment below, and I will get back to you. Peace, or 안녕하세요.